Astigata Vada, osteoarthritis and osteoporosis. You see the lower picture. We can see the broken links of the osteoblasts. Ultimately, the normal asthi cells, asthi sara, we always talk about asthi sara. Asthi sara will be compromised by breaking the osteoblastic and you are getting osteoarthritis. We call it as astigata vada. So, my dear students, when we use the terminology astigata vada, asthi sakti sakti asthi shulam tivra balakshayam. So, astigata vada, sthana is asti, dosha is vada. There will be only two clinical possibility, either osteoporosis or osteoarthritis, asti shosham and asti saushiliyam. Clear? So this is what I am telling the different events of sthana samsraya. Here the sthana is asti, the dosha is vada, the impact is osteoarthritis or osteoporosis. Both will destroy the asti sarada. Asti sarada is nothing other than bone mineral density. We call it as BMD. Where there will be reduced calcium. Reduced calcium is reduced kalagunam. Reduced kalagunam or both. Asti saushiliyam. That is the concept. Clear? Next. So then you are getting vada recta where rheumatoid arthritic events are there. You see the rough pincer cartilage bone where there will be the articulating ends are undergoing inflammation and degeneration. The classical picture of vadatika vada recta. I am telling all clinical conditions which you are getting in practice. Vadatika vada recta will appear with the more arthritic features of rheumatoid spectrum. Vadatika vada recta will be behaving as rheumatoid arthritis. Pittatika vada rectum, gout arthritis, and Kahatika vada rectum, the frozen conditions where there will be more stiffness. Next. So this is the picture. You can see all the three. The first picture is Vadatika vada rectum with the Vakrata, deformity. The middle picture is Pittatika vada rectum with the red hot shiny arthritis. When you come to the Pittatika vada rectum clinical features, Sparsha Chamakam Rudri Raga Shobha Paka Prushoshmada. You see the picture? Sparsha Chamakam means tenderness, pain or touch. Sparsha Chamakam Rudri Raga Shobha Paka Prushoshmada. And the last picture is telling and showing you there will be swelling in the interphalangeal joints, the visible evidence of kapha. So the same vada recta with the vada, pitta, kapha dimension will manifest differently. Vadatika vada rectum, rheumatoid arthritis. Pittatika vada rectum, gouty conditions. Kapatika vada rectum, frozen swelling conditions. Identify one single word. Pain dominant swelling, pain dominant joint will be vada. Swelling dominant will be kapha, and tenderness will be generally pitta. Pain and stiffness, pain and swelling, vada kapha. These are the 5 cases which we are getting in our practice. Are you getting me? Pain dominant vada, swelling dominant kapha, tenderness dominant pitta. Pain and swelling vada kapha, pain and stiffness vada kapha. These are the commonest patterns of joint lesions which we are getting in our contemporary clinical practice. Next. Now you see, even in sthana samsraya, when there is a dosha coming to a particular sthana, there can be two events. One is damage of the sthana, second is amarana in the sthana. I told you when a dosha is coming to a particular site, either it will destroy the site or the thing will be converted or covered by the concerned dosha. I will give you an example. Please go to the next slide. Next. See, this is the picture. You see, when there is increased LDL level in the body, we can call it as Viduta Vedas. So, Guru Shita Madhisnita Madhimatram Samasruda Vrisavahini Dushyandi Chindyanamcha Adi Chindana. You see, inside the circle, there is yellowish plaques which are obstructing the coronary artery. Can you see? So, that yellowish coronary artery plaques are nothing other than Vikruta Resathalu. Resavahanam Srodasa, Kudayam Moolam, and Resavaha Srodasasa inclusive of coronary arteries. So whenever there is excessive Kurushita Madhisnita Ahara, the coronary arteries will be getting occluded by the Vikruta Vedas, which will cause Dhyana Vaisharmya, Dhyana Vigundala, and Jaina pectoris. Then you see, and then you see there is a blackish reddish area in the anterior infant. So this anterior infant is nothing other than the Dhatu Bhaga. So I am telling you, this is a Rasavaha Srodas. This is the Vikruta Vedas causing Srodoroga, and this Srodoroga will cause Vada Pradilomada here. the muscles of the anterior heart will die. We call it as myocardial infarction. So the anterior chest wall will be getting infarction. So this is called the myocardial infarction. So see, Srodorodha, Vata Pratirodha, Dhatu Nasham. These are the three events in the coronary artery disease. These are the three events in the coronary artery disease. Next. Now coming to the Dhatu, the ama can be seen in Jala, ama can be seen in Kleda. So presence of ama you can see in Jala, presence of Kleda you can see in Visarva. I am telling you, Postakada ama and Rektakada Kleda are very much similar in their manifestation. Both will be causing Srodoloda, Upalevada. In both the situations the treatment is Lengana, Avadarpana, Rutshana, Padana only. No Snigdada. In Jala you are getting ama in Kosta, and in the Visarva you are getting Kleda. Kleda is Rekta Dhatu Gada Ama Subhava. Please note it in your brain. The word Kleda indicates Rekta Dhatu Gada Ama Subhava, which also need Lenkana. In other words, we can tell the pathological impact of ama in Kosta is very much similar to Kleda in Rekta. One more example, Prameha diabetes mellitus, that is Kleda Vritti only. Increased glucose in the blood is nothing other than Kleda Vritti. And excessive glucose will be carried through urine, Mutrasya Kleda Vahan. So hyperglycemia is nothing other than Kleda Vritti only. We do dieting in diabetes mellitus. Dieting is nothing other than Lengana. Clear? So dieting done in diabetes is equivalent to Lengana done in Jala, because Kleda in the recta is pathologically equal to ama in the Kosta. That is why in Jala and Visarva there is classical mentioning regarding the Avadarpana Chivisa. Next. In practice, Thana Samsraya will tell the nature of dosha involvement, Amasya Yadavada, Pakvasya Yadavada. You see, what is the site of Amasya? Amasya is mainly Kapha. Pakvasya is mainly Vata. So whenever there is more Kapha in Pakvasya, or more Vata in Amasya, you will be getting a Agni problem. I am telling you, Amasya is normally Kavasthana, Pakvasya is normally Kavasthana. Whenever you are getting more Kapha in Pakvasya or Vata in Amasya, you are getting problems of Agni. Amasya Vata, classical example is Amadam, Amajan. Are you getting me? Amasya Vadam, classical clinical example is Amadaram, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ Amavadam, in both Agni is impaired. Pakvasya Kapam, the best example is Pravahika, Gregory, etc. There also there will be always Agni Mandil. So assessment of Agni is very much important in the final clinical diagnosis when you address with the Ayurvedic tools. Next. I already told you, reading again Pakvasya Vata. What are the three possibilities? Please read it. Lower GI diseases, pathology, and so these are the three possibilities of Pakvasya we already told. So there will be either lower GI disease, pelvic pathology, spinal disease. When you use the terminology Pakvasya Vata, these three may come. Previous. So this is very much important. When in Pakvasya there is normal functioning of Agni, there is no question of Grihani. There is the concept of Grihani. Grihani means you are getting alternate diarrhea, alternate constipation. Akasmata, Mudraktam, Akasmat Chidilam. And you see the picture, when there is very good activity in Pakvasya, there is no question of Grihani, there is no question of any Ilana or Gathara, there is no question of any man of source. So Agni will be always blessing the Kosta, Agni will be always influencing the Kosta. So Agni should be assessed in all diseases of Kosta. There are three disorders in Ayurveda where this will be impaired. Can you tell? Arsho, Arisaya, Grihani, Nigara, Prayela, Anyonya, Nigana, Buddha. Have you studied it? Yes. There are three important diseases where this picture is altered. Adisara, Grihani, and Arshas, and all the three will be manifesting when there is Agni Mandya. Sarni, Anane, Sandhi, Na Sandhi Deepte. If Agni is in Deepta Avastha, they will never exist. So, Deshe, Adaha, Deshi, Visheshada, Agni. That is why any treatment in Adisara, Grihani, Arshas is nothing other than empowering and enhancing Agni to the desired functional domain. That is why all Takra Prayoga, all Prayogas of Parishta, Deevana, Padana, Purna, Asa Parishta, everything is indicated in Arshas, Adisara and Grihani. Next. 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 Now we will see some pathological conditions and their assessment. Only exercise for you. You see, the picture which you are seeing is nothing other than tuberculosis, pulmonary tuberculosis. So whenever there is pulmonary tuberculosis, as per Ayurveda, there are three criteria: Kasam, Jwaram, Rectal. Kasam, Jwaram, Rectal are the three rupas of gradation. Kasa, recurrent and Jwara, even in case of temperature, Rectal hemolysis. And you see, you can see the X-ray, always you can see there is consolidated kapha drushti. Ama kapha is located in the kapasthana. What is the kapasthana? First, second year students. Kapasthana, please tell kapasthana. Ujad kanda, siddhova, paramani, amasayoja, medo, prananta, sikwana, kapasya sudara, ula. Kapasya sudara, ula. So, ujas is a kapasthana. In ujas being the kapasthana, if there is more sama kapha, then we will be getting pictures like this. So, if you read this X-ray in Ayurveda, I always teach my students to read X-ray in Ayurveda. You read X-ray in Ayurveda, what is the reading? Sama kapha in kapasthana. Are you getting me? Sama kapha in kapasthana. What is sama kapha? Amilas tandulasthana kantha deshiya amadishtare kamo palasa durganda shududgara vibandhatu. Excellent. Shududgara vibandhatu. So, sama kapha in kapasthana is the X-ray identification. So, you will be giving everything to enhance Agni and to do the kapha videna. That's the way, that is all the Agastya Rasayana, Rasabol Rasayana, Vasishta Rasayana, Brahma Rasayana, Vastadishta Ganadasava, every medicines are indicated in the Rajeshma Chikitsa, which will remove the Sama kapha from the kapasthana. So, next time when you are getting such an X-ray of pulmonary tuberculosis, please confidently tell Sama kapha in kapasthana. And that is the Ayurvedic understanding of Tridoshas even in the X-ray technique. So, X-ray will also speak Ayurveda language. MRI will also speak Ayurvedic language. That is what I am telling you. Next. Next. Again, coming to the gangrene, because I am showing all the real cases only. So, this is a picture of gangrene. You see, the terminal fingers are getting destroyed by the lack of blood supply, necrosis, and this gangrene is nothing other than Pudi Mamsam. You know where it is mentioned, Pudi Mamsam? Pudi Mamsam is mentioned in two contexts in the entire Ayurveda. The first thing is in Mamsavaha Sroto Drushti. Pudi Mamsa Arudha Kila Gala Shaluka Shuddhigi. That is one reference. Second, while explaining about the Unmargi Bhagandara, you know Bhagandara is very much similar to fistula in while mentioning about the Unmargi Bhagandara, Acharya uses a word called Kodham. And this Kodham is nothing other than putrefaction of the Mamsa Dhatu equivalent to gangrene. So whenever there is gangrene, it is Pudi Mamsam and it is always due to Mamsavaha Sroto Drushti with the Avishyanti Nidana. Mind in the context, wherever you are getting case of gangrene, either with the diabetes or without diabetes, please try to explore the Samprati of Avishyanti. Can anybody tell what is the Nidana for Mamsavaha Srotas? Mamsavaha Srotas, Avishyanti, Bojani, Sodani, Gurumudika, Mamsavaha Avishyanti, Puktuana, Sobadam. This Avishyanti is nothing other than any ahara which will occlude the blood vessels. Atherogenic diet is Avishyanti. I will take you to Shantandra Samhita where we told what is Avishyanti. Paichilya the Gaurava Dravyam Rutva Dasavaha Sida Datte Yat Gauravam Tasya Avishyanti Yathavdini. You follow me carefully? Paichilya the Gaurava Dravyam Rutva Dasavaha Sida. Any diet due to the Pichila, Gurukuna, which will cause occlusion, coagulation, thrombosis, and that is called Avishyanti. And Avishyanti ahara will cause Rodoloda, infection, putrefaction, and gangrene. So it is typically coming under Mamsavaha Srotas, and we always give medicines like Varnadi Kashayam, Trayanthyadi Kashayam, Sugumara Kashayam, Ashtavakra Kashayam, Lishuna Rasayam, Kadanara Guguru, etc., Sijaraju Rasayam, etc., to remove the vascular intrusion, vascular condition, removing this Rodoloda to facilitate better rectal property, thereby we can prevent gangrene. That is why it is clearly told in Pramekam Pitaka context. Whenever there is a medo dushti, there can be prameka pitaga. Wonderfully told by Susula, Rasayanam the Norvelia, Prayena, Pramekinam, Atham Praye Pitaga, Father Pavani. He told that when there was no Doppler scanning, when there was no angiogram, he told that prameka pitagas will manifest in the lower limb because of the gravitational impact. When he is discussing about the Vadarekta, Vadayormula Mastaya. Because the dependent areas will be supported first, and Vadarekta is a classical example of recta over the Vada, where also there is opposition of the major and minor arteries. So this is nothing other than Dhatu Pagam, Dhatu Nasham due to addition the Ojana, Bodhi Mamsam, Rekta Mahas, Rodha, that is the Ayurvedic Trudosha interpretation. I am giving you training to diagnose the conditions of existing pathology using Trudosha. I am teaching you, if you are getting a gastric case like this, how to apply the Trudosha concept. That is my aim. Next. Again, you can see the first picture, the same gastric can occur in the industry. നമ്മൾ പുറമേ വരുന്ന ഗാംഗ്രീൻ കാണുന്നത് പോലെ ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയിൽ പോലെ ഗാംഗ്രീൻ വരാം. You see the coils of the intestine are getting blackish discoloration. This can occur in the Bethodaram. You know, there is a condition called the Bethodaram. You know, Chidrodaram, Bethodaram, both are occurring in the industry. So there are also the same pathology of gangrene, Bodhimamsam is occurring. So Abhyantara Roga Marga and Bhagya Roga Marga both can suffer with the gangrene due to Bodhimamsam. In the case of first, we will apply Chidrodaram, Bethodaram and Antarmitra Chikitsa. Ushakadi Kashayam, Paranadi Kashayam, Prayanjali Kashayam. These are the three medicines together given in intestinal gangrene. Ushakadi Kashayam, Paranadi Kashayam and the Sukumaradi Kashayam. Next. Again, this is another picture which is showing you the internal calcification of the lumen of the coronary artery. You see, the arterial innermost layer can be calcified. There are three layers, no? Tunica intima, tunica media, tunica adventitia. So the innermost layer is tunica intima, which may suffer with VED, vascular endothelial dysfunction. VED means vascular endothelial dysfunction. Sometimes the lumen of artery may get impregnated with the calcium. We call it as calcified artery.